Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to use this video as an opportunity to set the record straight on a few XRP related things. First of all, I'm going to cover the real reason that Pavel Matveev, the Wyrx CEO, I'm going to cover the real reason that he's stating XRP is a security. I'm also going to get into something else. There's another rumor that's been going around today about Swift utilizing Ripple technology, and there's a particular website that's being cited, and I'm going to set the record straight on that as well. And finally, people have been saying SBI virtual currencies, when is it going live? I'm going to touch on that too, because it's been live for a year, and let me explain the confusion that's involved behind that. So I'm going to get into those three topics in this video. Probably going to be a quicker one. But before we get going, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe. Moon Lambo's a good guy, and you want to hear more of his soothing voice. You know you do. All right, into the content here. This is Pavel Matveev's Twitter page here. And you know what? I'm going to follow him. Not because I'm fond, but because I want to keep apprised of developments coming out from this guy, especially in the short term here. For those of you not aware, he, at this point it's kind of famously, at least within the XRP community, he stated very recently that XRP is a security token. Didn't really explain why he believes that, and pretty much everybody else on the planet, unless you're a Bitcoin maximalist, thinks that's a bunch of hoo-ha. It's a bunch of nonsense. So here's the real reason why. Check this out, and this is from Strong Hodl on Twitter, @StrongHodl. Dear XRP community member, please stop using Wirex app. As you know, their CEO, Pavel Matveev, stated that XRP is purely a security token. Some of you are not aware of the real reason behind it. And then he linked to this. It's from Medium.com. Check this out. Look at this title. Wirex partners with Stellar. I was not aware of this piece until today. So check this out. It's very short, so I'm going to read the whole thing for you because you guys need to have full context for what's going down here. And the piece states, Wirex, the UK-based cryptocurrency payment processor that is licensed by the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, has partnered with Stellar XLM to offer 9 new digital currencies according to a press release. Wirex users can now spend lumens on the Wirex platform, but the announcement also revealed the release of a secure Wirex XLM account is just the first phase of a revolutionary new partnership between Wirex and the Stellar network. It goes on to say, we plan to build 26 traditional currency-backed Wirex stablecoins on the Stellar network. Did you hear that? Let me repeat that part. We plan to build 26 traditional currency-backed Wirex stablecoins on the Stellar network. A move that represents a huge leap forward on the road to a genuine token economy, and an exclusive opportunity for our retail and corporate customers. This move would make Wirex the first company to offer stablecoins pegged to a large variety of international fiat currencies, including USD, Euro, GBP, HKD, and SGD, as most stablecoins are currently linked to the United States dollar. The company hopes more variety will allow for swift international remittance without the need for local liquidity providers. Furthermore, the release states, our 26 stablecoins represent the first fiat-pegged cryptocurrencies that can be used seamlessly in day-to-day life, online, at ATMs and in shops, restaurants, and supermarkets, thanks to the Wirex Visa card. The press release also explains that Stellar has been chosen as a partner because it is an FCA-regulated company, plus it has a relatively scalable blockchain and shares Wirex's goal of banking the unbanked and democratizing finance. Wirex raised $3 million in March this year from Japanese SBI Group to develop new features and support expansion plans. Okay, so look, we don't know what is in the heart and mind, literally, of the CEO of Wirex, but I'm willing to hear him out. I will say that first before I speak any further. Apparently, he is going to be putting out some sort of release on this topic. He really hasn't spoken much. There were a few tweets here I covered in another video, so I don't want to reread them here. He put something out as a string of 3 tweets. And then if you go down here to this tweet from Strong Hodl, somebody responded, if I can get to it real quick here. Yeah, here it was. at Kingan Kana. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Apparently, he was reaching out to Wirex and he got a response from them, and then he copied that into this tweet here. So the response, allegedly from Wirex, says, "Hello, Mark. Thank you for your message. I apologize for the lack of the response due to the high load with the incoming requests. We were unable to send you the quick update. Kindly note, we understand how you feel and we apologize for the miscommunication. This will be addressed personally by Wirex CEO Pavel Matveev shortly through his social media channels. We are not able to make any further comments regarding the matter at this time." And that's why I had Pavel's Twitter page pulled up in the first place. I was checking to see if there were anything before I recorded this video. To this point, there is not. And so I'm willing to hear this guy out. I don't know what he could possibly say to clean up this situation, at least to my satisfaction, because XRP, the stating that it's a security, that's pure FUD. It's nonsense. It's absolutely not a security. Because if it's a security of what? I would love to ask him that. Of what? Ripple? Is it a security of Coil? What about exchanges that hold it? Is it a security of Coinbase or Binance? Or like what is this security of? It makes no sense. It's a decentralized digital asset that makes no sense whatsoever. So I will hear him out, and technically, since I am an open-minded individual, I reserve the right to change my opinion. But I am highly skeptical. I got to be honest. I'm highly skeptical that there's anything that could possibly make me feel differently about this. But like I said, I will hear him out, of course. But, a lot of people perceive Stellar and Ripple to be directly competing, and I've always viewed it as they're kind of going after different markets, really, like different use cases. Stellar has this huge bend on just going after the unbanked, whereas Ripple seems to be more so about fixing the current monetary infrastructure as it pertains to cross-border payments, and so seemingly going after different things. But conceptually, as the people at large perceive everything, XLM, Stellar, and XRP seem to be just kind of like, going toe-to-toe, so it were. And again, even though from my perspective I don't really see a whole lot of the overlap, that is absolutely the conceptual overlap. And so it makes me wonder, does the Wyrx CEO see XRP as a particular threat, especially since there is real utility to it, and it is actually being adopted? I see substantial amounts of adoption occurring in the real world, even though I understand as far as XRapid go, there's a long way to go. Fine, we're at the beginning phase of that. Got it. But nonetheless, it makes me wonder, is that what is in his heart and mind? Is that what he's thinking, that XRP is the enemy and he's putting all his money into making this partnership with Stellar work, and so that's where his vested interest is? It's reasonable to speculate that. That's all I can do at this point. And like I said, I'll admit it, this is speculation, but it's reasonable to connect pieces in this fashion, I personally think. And you can tell me what you think below. But that's where I'm coming from. So as soon as we get word from him, of course, I'm going to be all over it. Moon Lambo's gotcha. I'm going to be updating you as soon as he's got something to say. And then, of course, I'll share my thoughts on the response as well. But I had to just put this out there because this is not something that was widely distributed. And since I follow XRP so closely, I must admit, until Strong Hodl put this out here, I was completely unaware of this. So I'm always learning, though. So I learned this today, and I had to put a video out as a result. But I actually wasn't planning on making another video tonight, but this came out. I was like, okay, I gotta speak my mind on this. I gotta share this information. And since I was doing that, there's two other things I wanted to share with you. Since we're clearing some stuff up here, let me move on to the next piece now. And I got this from @TheCryptHawk, and his tweet states, "That's why I did not comment anything when you tagged me on this article." He's referencing somewhere else. Doesn't matter. Someone else. 101 on how to get wrecked when you know nothing. Same article, and a few minutes later, someone got phone call. Okay, since there's no context for that, let me explain what happened. There's a website, instapay.today, I guess is the website. I'm not going to click on it for this. It doesn't really matter. But they put out a piece, and it was titled this earlier, and it set the Twitter community ablaze with comments. It was all over the place. People were tagging me on it also, and on Twitter. And it states, this is the title of the piece: Swift uses Ripple with successful instant cross-border trials between Asia and Europe. And then the piece cited transfers as quick as, I think it may have said 13 seconds, and it definitely said 25 seconds at one point. I guess it was depending on which transaction was in question anyway. So anyway, understandably, that people going out there like, what, Swift using Ripple technology? What the heck is going on here? Completely understandable, and I appreciate being tagged in all this stuff. I really do, because it brought it to my attention quite promptly. And you know what they did, though? This was clearly an error. And you know what they did? Rather than acknowledge their mistake, And I don't know how this mistake occurred. I still have no idea. But all they did was renamed the article. So you can see on the left, if you're looking at the screen here, here's the original title of the piece. And on the right, here's the modified version of the title of the piece. And the modified version now just states, Swift competes with Ripple with successful instant cross-border trials. So maybe somebody just wasn't thinking clearly and actually worded the sentence wrong. I don't know. Either way, it was false information completely. Actually, you know what? I take that back. It wasn't just that. There was intent behind it because there was a sentence in there. It's not on my screen now, but there was a sentence stating exactly the same thing, almost exactly the same thing, and that was removed as well. So I just wanted to clear this up, though, in case anybody's still wondering. No, Swift is not using Ripple technology in any capacity whatsoever. There's no incentive to, and I don't see that happening. So there we are. That's that. I'm glad I cleared that up. All right, and finally, next thing I want to clear up, and I got this from @BankXRP, very valued member of the XRP community. And he tweeted this out. SBI virtual currencies. There's this whole thing. Have you noticed this? If you're on Twitter, you probably have seen this, but SBI virtual currencies. I even mentioned this recently because I was a little confused myself until I until I saw this tweet, frankly. But in a recent video, I said, because SBI virtual currency is apparently supposed to go live soon, and then I said, but for some reason, I even said it in a video, I was like, I thought that happened about a year ago, but whatever, everybody's talking about it right now. And then I hadn't really covered it since then, but BankXRP put this out, and he tweeted, SBI virtual currencies has been live since last year. What we are waiting for is the order book to go live so traders can buy or sell with each other. Right now, it's simply buying and selling directly through SBI. So there you go. So that's where the confusion is coming in. So I wanted to clear that up because people keep talking about SBI virtual currencies launching. And this whole time I keep seeing comments all over Twitter like this. And I'm like, but I thought it launched. And then admittedly, I've covered a lot of other stuff, so give me a break. But I hadn't really researched that one myself. But since this came up from BankXRP, I thought, oh, this is an excellent opportunity to kind of clear the air. And it cleared things up for me because I did not know what was going on. So I just found that out this evening as well. So I thought this is a good opportunity since I had these 3 different topics relating to XRP to just put it all into one video and share it with you. So I hope that set the record straight on a few things here for you. But that's it for this video. And I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!